Everyone, welcome to Wingers and Defenders. It's been a long time coming. We're now in August. It's been who knows how long. I don't even know, over a month for sure, since we last recorded a video. So good to have us back. We're going to try to make some more content over the next couple of weeks. The season's starting, so a lot of stuff to talk about. But today we'll be talking about Harry Kane. For anybody that doesn't know, there's definitely some rumors about him to Manchester City, but fans are not taking it particularly well on social media, particularly Twitter. So with our avid Spurs fan and Arsenal fan, Jake, we'll get some good in-depth analysis on how people feel about that. So before I get started, Joe, how you feeling?
I'm good, man.
Jake?
Feeling good. Looking forward to Arsenal versus Brentford, but today I'm ready for war.
Yes, as we
Yeah, against the Cowboys. Yeah, go Steelers. Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, preseason.
Yeah, so we like Jake mentioned, Brentford, Arsenal, that'll be the first game. We will definitely break that stuff down in the coming days. But let's get right into it because there's a lot to talk about with this Harry Kane situation. So as we have a diehard Spurs fan, Joe, let us know what you think of everything that's gone down with Harry Kane over the past couple weeks.
I think there's blame on both sides. Let me first say I think Spurs should sell Kane. I don't believe in holding players hostage. If he wants to go, Daniel Levy should grant his wish and let him go as long as they're not being completely lowball. Like if it's under 110 million, they should keep him because I mean at that point, that's not enough for Kane. Kane needs at least 120 million if Lukaku is going to get that much. So that's point number one. If Spurs are getting offered a good deal, take it. Simple as that. City want him, you can have it. However, Harry Kane signed a contract. In the contract, he didn't have any buyout clause or release clause. That's on him for not signing the contract. Just because you signed a contract and now you don't like the way it is, doesn't mean you get to hold out. That's not how life works. That's not how the world works. You have to show up. Okay? He hasn't even put in a transfer request. Let's just say that right now. No transfer request has been put in. He just believes Daniel Levy is just gonna give him a transfer because he wants a transfer. Put in the request, but you still got to show up to practice. That's my issue with him. Then it's whatever. He leaves. Spurs take the money, invest in some other players around him. That's my take on the situation.
And before I get to Jake, fans on Twitter are very hostile about him not going to training. Do you understand his point of view, or is it more just the fact that because he signed a contract that doesn't allow him to have the buyout clause, he should be going to training and there's no excuse for it?
That's on him. If you sign a contract, you have to uphold your contract. He's getting paid something like over 200K a week, I believe. You show up to your contract. You sign your contract. You don't want to. Like if you have a job and you want to quit, I mean, it's a little bit different because the way employees contracts work, but like you can't just not show up to work. Like that, this could become a very big legal issue. You just need to show up. Simple as that.
Jake, as an Arsenal fan from a different side of the story, your thoughts?
I'm going to say, actually, I agree with what Joe said for the most part because I think the blame does go partially on Levy and partially on Kane. I think Kane was showing his, the no ambition with signing a new contract with Tottenham. Obviously, whenever he signed that contract, I don't remember what year he signed it in, did not show any ambition.
2017, I believe.
Yeah, that he probably should have been gone then, I think.
Because Tottenham was actually still good then. But he should have put a release clause in it. He should have put a buyout clause in it.
I think he should have just got out of there, period. But the main issue I have with Spurs fans isn't really I kind of understand upholding your part of the contract and all that stuff, but things that other Spurs fans and Joe were saying, which were completely ridiculous, downplaying Kane's role in how Tottenham Hotspur is in the European system, how good they are, how good they've been, how relevant they still are because of Harry Kane, downplaying it, basically saying, well, if you think about it, really, he doesn't have iconic moments. I think Son's a more iconic player than Kane is. I think Son and Lucas, those guys are more iconic than Harry Kane is. But the crazy thing is, no one else on the planet actually believes that other than Tottenham Hotspur supporters that are angry and butthurt because their player wants to leave their club who has a losing DNA. It's in the culture. It's a losing culture. The DNA, it's built into them. They're losers. The guy wants to leave. Now, it is his fault for signing the contract, no release clause, all that stuff, right? But now when this guy wants to leave, he's not handling it in the best way. I'm not saying it's a good way to handle it. But now the guys that were loving him a week ago are now saying, "Oh, this guy stinks. I think Son's a more legendary Spur than this guy." And when you're so ungrateful for what this guy has done for you, to get you to those finals, to get you
Get us to the finals?
every
He did not
category.
get us to the finals. He didn't. He's never shown up in a semifinal other than once. One semifinal that he actually showed up in. Champions League run, he was just injured the entire time. Son was the better player. So no, he hasn't gotten us to any finals. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
so you're saying if Harry Kane wasn't on Spurs, you're getting to Champions League final.
Yes, actually.
Okay.
He showed up. He didn't show up in that at all in the Champions League final. He didn't.
Okay.
He didn't show up at all in that whole run. He didn't.
Tottenham Hotspur Football Club would be as relevant as they are without Harry Kane. Harry Kane never played for them. If Harry Kane was not a relevant guy, because you're saying
I never said that. I said they would still get to the Champions League final without him because he really didn't play a part in that run.
Okay, but before that, how to get Champions League? Harry Kane being a leading scorer every year? Harry Kane scoring the most goals in Europe every year? Getting you guys to top 4 every year. If he's not there, you have some other guy, he's going to lead you guys to Champions League.
Yeah, probably. Those years, Tottenham was still a good enough team to make it to the Champions League either way. Delhi was producing at a high clip. Son was producing at a high clip. Ericsson was producing at a high clip.
I just think it's crazy that a guy can sacrifice so much of his career to losing continuously and actually be loved. It wasn't like he was being hated for the last few years. He was loved universally. He won Golden Boot and Playmaker of the Year in the Premier League.
I still love Kane. I still think he's a great player. However, if he leaves by not showing up to training and he continues doing this holdout, he will not have as great of a legacy as a player like Son.
You don't downplay the greatest striker in your history.
If Son and Lloris win a trophy this season without Kane, they have a greater legacy than Kane.
You don't downplay that guy. You don't downplay him.
Absolutely.
You don't downplay him.
If he holds out, gets his transfer, or just doesn't show up at all, right? And Spurs end up miraculously winning a trophy in the next 2 years without Kane, Son has a greater legacy than him. 100%. 100%. Like, it's not even debatable. Not even debatable.
So there was 2 guys, I think, in my opinion, that saved Tottenham Hotspur Football Club from mediocrity. These guys, Tottenham Hotspur was an average team up until Gareth Bale broke out. Very average team. Gareth Bale broke out, played fantastic for them for 3-4 years, got his move to Real Madrid, where guess what? He won things.
Because you leave Tottenham and you win.
You
leave Tottenham and you win, yeah?
Yes.
That's how things work.
Yes. So then the next guy that comes in, Harry Kane, comes up, former Arsenal, comes up, wins, a little bit. I don't know if he's a part of the 2008 squad because he was probably, back in the academy. But 2014.
I think Bale was a part of that 2008 squad.
Might have been. All I know is Kane's the guy that brings Tottenham, keeps them relevant, kept them relevant for the last 7, 8, 9 years when no one really cared about Tottenham for a long time. And I'm not going to lie, Son doesn't have the numbers or the legacy or anything like that close to Kane.
Yes, he will, though.
He will, though. What do you mean by that?
He just signed a new contract in 2025. Are we expecting him to not be able to put up what he's doing now?
Okay, so he's going to be the guy who leads the Champions League final again, right?
He led us there last time.
He's going to do it again?
So if Kane leaves, Son has the ability to lead Spurs back to a UCL final.
He did more than Kane to leading them there. Kane did.
Okay, but a lot had to go. The one thing you're forgetting is that a lot had to go Spurs' way in order to get to that Champions League final.
What did Kane do in that? What did Kane do in that?
I'm not talking about Kane. That's fine. You can talk about Kane. I'm going to find his numbers during that Champions League run because I would assume he played at least in the group stages. I don't know where they finished in there.
They finished second.
I don't know who was in that group. You might know better than me.
It was Inter, Barcelona, us, and PSV.
So I'll look back because I do remember him scoring goals in the group
stage.
Like
1 or 2. I'll look it up right now. Let's look it up right now.
The thing you're forgetting is, against Ajax, things had to go their way. I mean, scoring 3 goals from Lucas Moura. Lucas Moura, a very good player at times, but not super consistent. Is he going to be a guy that you can rely on day in, day out to be a guy? No. Never.
Joe told me, and I quote, if Kane leaves, we have Dane Scarlett in the wings. Like, Dane Scarlett can take over and step into Harry Kane's shoes right away.
Dane Scarlett, 2018, by the way, he played 9 matches and scored 5 goals.
Kane?
And I would assume all 5 of those came in the group stages because I don't remember him playing
He
in
scored 1 against Dortmund, I believe.
Either way, no guarantee they finished second with him out not there. That's true. I mean, I think you can certainly make that case, but even in the Man City game, we know VAR, got some things wrong, and for Ender Lorente with a cheap goal to win.
That was off the hip, buddy.
Regardless, things had to go their way. Are you going to rely on a guy like Fernando Lorente throughout his career to be an out-and-out goal scorer? No.
No, but then if you don't have Kane, you have someone. They're not starting Llorente. They're getting someone else.
Who's to say that? You can't guarantee that.
Absolutely, they would.
All I'm gonna say is Lucas Moura, never world class. Jungmin Son, borderline at times for 3-4 months of the season. He's borderline world class. And
beginning of the year, I think he was starting to get to that level, but
yep.
Then
but he always. So
it's
close. Yeah, a world-class striker who has been the best striker in the Premier League, one of the best in Europe, other than Robert Lewandowski, who plays on Bayern Mickey, won the league 15 years in a row, scored 40 league goals against Bundesliga defense.
So if we're going back to the early 2000s when Sol Campbell leaves, or what are we having the exact same discussion? He's a club legend. Look how good he is. He's one of the best defenders. Just because he leaves, is he not a club legend anymore? No, Sol Campbell's not a club legend.
You are not comparing Harry Kane to Ledley King. Please don't tell me you're saying that.
Ledley King. I'm Sol Campbell
being one of the greatest.
Sol Campbell. Two different people.
Oh, Sol Campbell. Okay, so Sol Campbell. Okay, fine, even better. Harry Kane is considered one of the best strikers to play in the Premier League ever. Was Sol Campbell ever in a competition to be the best in anything?
No, but he still snaked his team. He still snaked his team.
I don't
look
care
at
about the Tottenham side.
Look at Christian Eriksen. He wanted out for 2 years. What did he do? He stayed and he still went to practice. He went to training and he showed up to games. He didn't throw hissy fit and cry.
Okay, that's fine. But why are your fans now downplaying his legacy? Downplaying Harry Kane, the guy that
because he won nothing. He won jack and he didn't show up when it mattered. That's why.
When Harry Kane leaves and Spurs do not do anything that they've been doing, fine.
We didn't do anything with him. We didn't do anything with him. He didn't win anything for us.
And it's going to be even worse. You're going to be you're going to stick 5th to 8th place hell where Arsenal is.
Yes, I understand this. But this is why I want him sold. This is why I want him sold, because then we can reinvest. We get that money and reinvest it into the club.
So focus your efforts into getting Levy to do that instead of downplaying the man that's been.
I'm gonna be able to influence the bald egg. I'm gonna be able to influence the bald egg. Yeah, okay.
I'm just saying, divert your energy from a guy who's been giving you years and years of work.
All I'm saying, if Kane doesn't show up in 5 days, there's gonna be hell to pay. I'll fly down to Florida, pick him up, put him on a plane, and drag him to training myself.
Okay, sure. He's been in hell with Tottenham for years now. He can't do anything. What's the difference?
Maybe he shouldn't have signed a stupid contract then.
I agree.
Maybe his agent, who is his brother, needs to learn how to make a contract.
I actually agree with you because I don't rate Harry Kane.
That's fine. I agree with him as well. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
but
I just don't like the
on Harry Kane. If you sign a contract, you got to uphold your contract. That's all I'm gonna say.
I don't like the fans though, because the fans think that they actually did something to this guy Harry Kane isn't that good. This guy doesn't. The legacy is not there.
Jungmin Son is more one of our own than Harry Kane is.
That's hilarious.
He cares more about the club.
Let me ask you
this. The academy and have won them so many games, got them relevant. Along with Gareth Bale, got them relevant. Now Son, who disappears for 5-6 months every year.
5-6 months. This is an exaggeration. He's never gotten more than 4 games in a row without a goal or an assist.
Where does he? I don't hear his name at the end of the season. I don't hear his name because Tottenham just continues to go down. They're in 3rd place all year, 2nd place, drop. They're now in 6th or 7th. Where's Son? Where is
Son's there? He shows up.
Yeah, okay. Harry Kane.
He does.
Golden Boot, Playmaker of the Year.
I'm never saying Harry Kane's a bad player. I'm never saying
world-class player.
He's the best striker in the world. I admit that.
So why are you downplaying his legacy? Why do you guard him?
He didn't win anything. He's jumping ship.
Is that his fault?
Just show up to training. Is it
his fault that there's no trophies during his time?
Lucas Moura should never be the same sentence as Harry Kane, ever.
Lucas Moura will be remembered more fondly than Harry Kane right now. Lucas Moura gave me my happiest moment as a Spurs fan. Harry Kane did not.
Okay.
The Tottenham logo is more important than Harry Kane, okay?
They're
Joe,
never in that position. Never in that position without Harry Kane. Ever. Ever.
Joe, do you know that 23 goals and 14 assists cannot be easily replicated by anybody? And I don't care
I'm not
what.
saying it will be. I'm not saying it will be. I'm not
James
saying.
Charlotte can do it.
I admit that Harry Kane losing Harry Kane is a huge, huge loss. I'm not trying to say that. I'm not trying to downplay his ability at all. All I'm saying is this is a very bad look on his part, and he's not going to. This is not good for how the supporters are going to view it.
Your argument about the contract, perfectly understandable. I completely agree. I think Jake is also on the same status as us, as he should be going to training right now. There's no excuse for it, and that's fine. But saying Lucas Moura has more of a legacy moment.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying he's going to. I'm saying if this continues and he literally just sits out. Lucas Moura has a more iconic moment in a Spurs shirt than Harry Kane does.
Which means absolutely nothing to anybody else in the world. It means nothing.
To you?
No way.
But it doesn't matter to you guys. It matters to
No
Spurs
weight.
fans. This is a Spurs fan's opinion, not an Arsenal fan opinion, not a Liverpool fan opinion, not a Chelsea fan opinion, not a Brentford fan opinion, not a Watford fan opinion, not a Fulham fan opinion, not a Norwich City fan opinion, not a Manchester United fan opinion. This is a Spurs fan opinion. It doesn't matter what other clubs think. This is how Spurs fans are going to remember Harry Kane. It doesn't. I don't give a crap about how other teams fans view Harry Kane's legacy in the Spurs shirt, because that doesn't matter. I could give a rat's ass.
Wrong and strong. If 8 million clubs think Harry Kane is worth it, and one club, that's his club, downplay him, then play all he's done for the club, then I have nothing.
It doesn't matter. Why do I care what friggin' Arsenal fans think of Harry Kane?
No, it's not just Arsenal, because it's everybody else.
No one cares. No one cares. We don't care. We don't care.
It seems that also his value goes down after this year too.
That's why we should sell him. We should sell him. I'm not saying that they should sell him.
That's fine. I think this is actually the right time to sell him.
Exactly. I've been beating this is the same thing when I said about Aubameyang 2 summers ago. When I said, or last summer, when I said right now Arsenal should sell Aubameyang because his value is never going to be this high. Spurs should sell Kane right now because his value will never be this high. He's not going to perform if he doesn't want to be on a team that he doesn't want to be on.
Exactly.
And I respect Harry Kane for that. If you don't want to be on a team, I understand. But again, uphold your contract. You have to show up.
Okay. So then I'll say this then. I agree with everything you said. Just don't ever mention Lucas Moura and Harry Kane in the same sentence ever again. That's all I ask. All I ask. Don't mention Lucas Moura and Harry Kane in the same sentence. Harry Kane's considered one of the best strikers of all time in the Premier League history. Do not ever say Lucas Moura is more iconic than him, ever. I don't care.
He has a more iconic moment than Harry Kane. Yes, he does.
No one cares. I'm telling you, no one cares. It's going to be irrelevant in history because you still lost. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. No one remembers. Liverpool.
Everyone's going to remember that. Everyone's going to remember Ajax.
No one cares.
See, Arsenal fans don't, because they're salty that we've been to a Champions League final more recently than them.
No one cares. Win a trophy.
Well, that's what we're working on, and Harry Kane hasn't helped us with that. Harry Kane hasn't helped us win a trophy. Harry Kane hasn't won.
Tottenham.
He shouldn't have even started in the Champions League final. Lucas should have started in the Champions League final.
That I actually agree with that. I actually believe that it's true, but it doesn't matter. It simply doesn't matter.
Harry Kane, you're this final, and he's a small game player. He's like Kevin De Bruyne. He's a small game player.
I don't blame him for the Champions League final. It's not his. I mean, Potts probably shouldn't have started him. That's not a
Should have shown up in Euro 2020 final. No touches in the opposition box. Show up in a big game, Harry. Do it. I dare you. Harry Kane played good in a big game challenge. Let's go.
Going to miss it when he's gone.
Harry Kane show up in a big game challenge. Let's see if he can do it. I don't think he can.
They're going to miss him when he's gone. They're ungrateful.
Harry Kane show up in a big game challenge. He didn't even show up against Leicester in the last game of the season for Europe to secure Conference League. Conference League sucks. Gareth Bale did. Harry Kane didn't.
Sorry. Son of Lucas not keeping Spurs relevant.
Son, big game player. Lucas, big game player. Gary Bale, big game player.
He's not even your player anymore. He went to your club for training.
I'm just stating facts. I'm stating facts.
Don't bring his name up. It's not relevant. I'm sorry. It's just the fans. The fans irk me. It's more than Kane actually, because Kane did mess up. But it's the fans that are entitled to feeling that Lucas Moura makes the same sense as Harry Kane. Just because he did have a great night, but that's it. That's about it. Didn't do anything else of noting. And they lost the game after that. So when Harry Kane's giving you years and years and years and years of his time.
And he still probably won't be valued as what he should be.
Whoa. Time the hell out. Fabrizio Romano, official. Lionel Messi will not continue at Barcelona.
Good. So that means Arsenal.
I guess we got to talk about a second thing now.
What the hell is going on?
Yeah, because I thought it was
Bring him-
done. I thought it was
bring him
done
to North
Fabrizio.
London. Bring him to North London.
Fabrizio flip-flopping, said it was officially he's going to get signed. He's going to renew like 2 weeks ago. Anyways, yeah, I think he's going to Arsenal on a free.
Joe, can you read out the tweet for us?
I just did.
Just read it out again, just for our viewers. to hear.
Lionel Messi will not continue at Barcelona. Hashtag FCB. Hashtag Messi.
So
I have no idea where he would go.
PSG. PSG. PSG.
no, that's it. Oh wait, no, he can play on the right.
I don't know where he goes then.
Play false nine. What if he goes to City?
Oh my!
It's still stupid because who? Yeah, he can put Mahrez's spot.
You take Messi over Mars, and
Yeah, but I'm just thinking like how crowded it gets. It gets crowded.
Wait, but then imagine City.
I can't believe.
Hell.
Honestly, Spurs keep Kane. They're gonna get Messi. Keep Kane. Keep Kane. They're not. They're gonna lose value, and Spurs are gonna stay 5th to 8th place. Hell, so
I want to sell Kane.
they're not. You're not going to now. They just. They just got Jackie Grealish.
He's the only one that can go get him. Pep has admitted he wants him. I mean, last year this time we were talking about it because that was when we thought it was coming.
Chelsea's gonna return. They're gonna send Jack Grealish back to Aston Villa. They're gonna say, "Here, take him back."
Hey man, I say he comes to North London. Big legacy. He wins the league. He's the greatest player ever. I think. And it's a free. It's probably gonna be a free. Come on. I think North London, the Saka, Aubameyang, Messi link up. I think. I see it. I see it in the stars.
Yeah, they can't fit him under the cap. They can't fit. Barcelona can't fit. The Barcelona Espanyol tweeted it. They said he will not continue at Barcelona anymore.
Oh.
Yeah, because they have financial issues. They're a mess. All the La Liga teams are a mess. I mean, Barca and Real Madrid are a mess right now.
Yeah, financially, those
Perez still thinks there's Super League going to happen. So.
Oh man. Well, that's some breaking news on our video, but good conversation about Spurs with Harry Kane. Go ahead, Jake.
Where is he? What if he goes to Bayern, Mickey?
Don't even Bayern Mickey.
Let Jake finish.
Who's better, guys? Lionel Messi or Lucas Moura? Who's more iconic? Just want to throw that out there. That's it.
Lionel Messi.
Oh, okay.
Good answer. That's the right answer. So you're 1 for 1 on that. But the other part,
they're saying that he's going to come to Spurs.
Oh gosh. All right, that's where we end it. So thank you for watching. Let us know in the comments below what you think about this Harry Kane situation. Please like and subscribe. Let us know what you want us to make content about in the next couple weeks. And yeah, that's all for us. So thanks for watching.